Hey guys, Adam Zapier here. Welcome to another episode of ManWise. Today I'm going to talk about acceptance. Now, the reason for this is, for me, it's been the biggest lesson I've learned on my journey of personal growth so far. Now, what do I mean by acceptance? There's a lot of different areas this covers. The first and most obvious when it comes to personal growth is accepting yourself for who you are. Now, there's lots of different ways that this is relevant, from accepting the way you look, where you are at life at this moment, accepting your past, and also there's probably other things as well. Apart from accepting who you are, it's also accepting other people. Now, there's lots of different reasons that this is really important. Firstly, it allows us to realize that the way other people behave doesn't really have anything to do with us. If we allow it to affect us in a negative way, it can have a huge impact, when we could simply accept what other people do based on the fact that we know they've had a different life than us, different experiences, been surrounded by different people and ideas. So we may not agree with them and their ideas and the things they say to us. And that's okay. By accepting these things from others, even if they're things that are hurtful towards us or they feel like an attack on our beliefs and the way we think, it's okay. It's not going to change our world unless we let it. By not accepting it and allowing it to get to us, to affect the way we're feeling. Now, that goes really deep. You can go down to the level of, for example, being hurt in a relationship, maybe being cheated on, which is a really severe example, I guess. And a lot of people would know how that feels. It's really not nice, and I've experienced before, as I'm sure plenty of you have. So when someone does that, we need to go, not, okay, it's okay that you've done that to us, but we need to say to ourselves, we don't need to even tell these people, acceptance is actually to help ourselves. We need to realize that the person that's hurt us has been through a lot of things, and we don't know everything about their past, even if we know them really well, or we think we know them really well. Now, the things that have happened to them and shaped them into the person they are at the point when they do whatever it is, those things have led up to that point, and instead of just being angry with them and thinking they're a bad person, we need to go, okay, we can allow this to make us angry, which is it's going to be detrimental to ourselves and the way we feel. Or we can go, okay, this person's done the wrong thing by me, and their life has shaped them to be the way they are and has led to them doing this, but I'm going to accept that maybe deep down, they didn't set out to hurt me. They acted upon the way they have become due to their life experiences. And while that's a bad thing, and I disagree with the fact that they did what they did, they've done it now, I accept it, and you make your choice. You can either try and work on it. For me personally, that's something where I go, no, I can accept it. At the time I didn't, but now I accept what was done. But I did have a strong disagreement. That overstepped the boundary, which is something I'll talk about in another video, something really important. And it was time to walk away. Now, by doing that, at first I was still angry, but over time I learned to accept it. Now I actually pity the woman who did that to me, because she's probably going to struggle based on what I know about her past. she's probably going to struggle to hold down a long-term relationship. And by accepting that fact, that and all the stuff behind it, not only do I feel sorry for her in a way, I'm actually hopeful that maybe she will change. Maybe, like myself, having some changes and going through self-development, maybe she'll do the same one day, and hopefully she'll have a good life, because there was some good stuff there, and unfortunately it was tainted by a whole lot of negatives, which led to an end in the relationship. Now, that being said, that's where, on a really deep level, accepting what others do or say or how they act, how accepting that is really important, because it allows us to get on with our lives, move forward, and not hold those grudges. I could have walked away angry and said, women are horrible, they're not to be trusted. But now I can say, this particular woman, under the circumstances at the time, couldn't be trusted. That's two very different things. Now I'm able to move on and build trust with another woman when I meet the right person that I want to meet. And that's great. So that's a huge breakthrough for me. I mean, for a while after that relationship ended, I struggled a lot with trust again and allowing myself to open up to someone else. And that actually, as far as I know, is what caused the next relationship that I was in to fail rather quickly. So going forward from that, which is a big part of what sparked my interest in growing in who I am, I realized a few things about myself. Accepting myself means I've been able to grow. Accepting what someone else has done to me has allowed me to feel comfortable opening up to the world again and opening up to other people. And that's really important. Lastly, accepting circumstances and the world around us is also an important thing. Now, the reason for that is there's so many things in life that are not in our control. By accepting them and doing the things that we do have control over, we're able to live a life that's happy and that we're content with, despite all the stuff that's going on around that we can see as negatives. Now, there's a lot of horrible stuff happening in the world, from recently mass shootings in America, there's wars, there's poverty, there's all sorts of things. And then they're the large scale stuff. There's, also natural disasters that happen. If we focus on those things and how bad they are, how bad society is getting, it's really easy to become negative about the world and then about life. And I used to spend a lot of time being negative about life when I was younger, particularly. And I had no drive. I had some interests, but I was never really driven. And I wasn't really passionate about life. Whereas now I am. I can see all this stuff, how horrible it is, and I can't do anything about it. I need to accept that that's how it is. There may be some small things that I can do to make some minor changes, but it's pretty unlikely I can make major changes. So I need to concentrate on what I can do. So by accepting those bigger things, I'm able to go, okay, they're out there, but what am I going to do with my life to make who I am and my existence a positive one, so I can enjoy the world, so other people around me can enjoy their life. And that's what acceptance to me is all about. It's about being able to accept all the negative stuff that's out in the world, whether it be far away or close to us, and to still live a good life despite that. and to even allow that to help us grow as people and to spread the good feelings and the good stuff that we've all got within us. When we can accept those things, we're able to grow and spread that growth, hopefully, to others, and to share and hopefully put just that little bit of goodness out into the world. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I've got another video coming up really soon on what I'm going to call the myth of the alpha male. Now, I'll be filming that hopefully sometime this week, and that should be out really soon. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below, and I'll catch you in the next video soon.